Alright, before the 90 Days fans, buckle up because today I'm diving headfirst into the drama surrounding Sunny and Veah, and let me tell you there's a lot to unpack here. Now, if you've been keeping up with the show, you know that things recently hit a boiling point between these two. And honestly, I'm 100 behind Sunny on this one. Let's go over what happened, and I'll explain why Veah's actions just don't sit right with me, and why I think Sunny is totally justified in rethinking this relationship. So, here's the tea. Sunny and Veah finally meet up in person after being in a long-distance relationship. Sunny's excited, hopeful, ready to take things to the next level, right? But Veah decides to bring her ex-boyfriend, Rory, along on the trip. Yes, you heard that right. Her ex. And if that wasn't enough, she doesn't tell Sunny about it up front. Oh no. She brings Rory to Africa and has him hide in the airport while Sunny's there, totally in the dark about this extra travel buddy. Imagine for a second you're Sunny. You've got your hopes up, looking forward to meeting the person you're crazy about, only to find out she's there with her ex. And not only that, he's hiding in the airport. Sunny eventually finds out the truth by discovering a photo on Veah's phone, and when he does, he's understandably furious. I mean, who wouldn't be? Sunny storms off, and it seems like he's ready to call it quits. And I can't blame him one bit. I mean, let's talk about Veah's choice here. Yes, maybe she wanted some support while traveling internationally. Fair enough, I get that. But to bring her ex, and then to go out of her way to hide it from Sunny, that's just playing with fire. Veah knew exactly how Sunny would feel. She even knew he was a bit on the jealous side, which he's been very open about. Yet, despite all this, she went ahead and did it anyway. And, based on her reaction to Sunny's emotions, I'm not convinced she even regrets it. Because if she did, she'd have come clean from the start, right? Veah's actions show a serious disregard for Sunny's boundaries. Relationships, they're built on mutual respect, and Veah's just missing it. Sunny has been vocal about his feelings. He's told Veah that her relationship with Rory makes him uncomfortable. Sunny's not out here playing games or keeping his feelings to himself. He's actually being very clear. And despite knowing how he feels, Veah didn't seem to care. To me, that shows she's more focused on her own needs than on how her actions might affect Sunny. Now, here's where I really think Veah messed up. When Sunny confronted her, she didn't even seem truly sorry. Her apology was half-hearted. It came across like she was more interested in defending herself and calming things down than actually taking responsibility. I mean, if she was genuinely sorry, she would have apologized sincerely and acknowledged Sunny's feelings instead of deflecting. But no, Veah's apology seemed like she just wanted to get out of the hot seat, not like she really understood the impact of what she'd done. And bringing her ex, hiding him in the airport and then acting like it's no big deal? That's the ultimate disrespect in my book. Now, let's talk about Sunny's boundaries here. Some people might say he's being a little too possessive, that he should just get over it. But I think his boundary is completely reasonable. Everybody's boundaries are different, sure. But here, it makes total sense why Sunny wouldn't be okay with Rory tagging along, especially given Rory and Veah's history. Think about it. They dated for 2.5 years. They even had a pregnancy scare together, and they lost that baby. Now, this is serious, life-changing stuff. Veah and Rory went through a major trauma together, and that kind of experience can create a strong emotional bond. So can you really blame Sunny for feeling uncomfortable? If Veah just needed a travel buddy, there are a lot of other people she could have asked. Friends, family, literally anyone but her ex. And if Veah is so insistent on honesty and transparency in their relationship, bringing Rory without having an honest discussion about it beforehand is a major red flag. Look, I understand why Veah might want to keep Rory in her life. They shared a lot, and it seems like he's a supportive person. But if she's committed to Sunny and wants their relationship to thrive, she needs to prioritize his feelings and needs too. Sunny's been nothing but honest about how he feels. He doesn't hide his emotions or pretend things are fine when they're not. But despite knowing all this, Veah went ahead and made a choice that she knew would hurt him. That's not fair. What really frustrates me is that Veah didn't even try to talk it through with Sunny. If she disagreed with his boundaries, she could have had an open conversation. They could have tried to find a middle ground, a compromise, something. But instead, Veah made her choice and then forced Sunny to deal with the consequences. That's not the way to handle things in a relationship. Her actions say, "My needs are more important than your feelings," and that's a tough pill to swallow for anyone. And then there's the question of whether Veah even respects Sunny's boundaries at all. In a strong, healthy relationship, both partners should feel respected and valued. Sunny communicated his boundaries. He wasn't asking for anything extreme or unreasonable. He just wanted Veah to respect his feelings about her friendship with Rory, given their history. Yet she went ahead and did the one thing that made him uncomfortable. To me, that shows a complete disregard for Sunny's feelings. So, if you ask me, Sunny has every right to feel betrayed. And to be honest, I don't think this relationship is built to last if Veah keeps ignoring Sunny's needs. Because when someone repeatedly disregards your boundaries and doesn't genuinely apologize, it's a sign that they're not prioritizing the relationship. Sunny deserves to be with someone who respects him and takes his feelings seriously, not someone who only cares about their own wants. Look, I know relationships can be complicated and everyone makes mistakes, but there's a difference between an honest mistake and a calculated choice. Veah's actions feel more like the latter to me. She knew how Sunny felt and she chose to ignore it. And then, when he confronted her, she didn't show genuine remorse. That's not the kind of behavior that makes for a lasting, meaningful relationship. In the end, I think Veah needs to take a long, hard look at her priorities. If she really cares about Sunny, she needs to start respecting his boundaries and acknowledging his feelings. Otherwise, she's going to keep losing his trust, bit by bit, because once that trust is broken, it's incredibly hard to get back. Sunny's right to question things right now, and honestly, I think he deserves better. He's been open, honest, and straightforward, qualities that are so important in a relationship. But if Veah can't match that level of respect and honesty, then maybe it's time for Sunny to move on. So, what do you think? Do you agree with me, or do you think Veah's actions were justified? Let's get into it in the comments. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. But for me, Sunny's feelings are valid, his boundaries make sense, and he's right to protect his heart. Because at the end of the day, we all deserve to be with someone who respects us and values our feelings, and I just don't think Veah's actions show that she's ready for that kind of relationship.